everyone, it's Katie. Welcome to my channel, Craft Bait. Today I'm going to show you my first junk journal that I've ever made. I'm really proud of it. I've been working hard on it, and it's full of all of my favorite things. It's made from a book by Charles Dickens, Great Expectations. The cover of it is absolutely beautiful. It's embossed, so it's textured. I don't know if you can see that. I wanted to keep it in its original condition as much as possible without altering it. I did sew in 3 signatures with, and I reinforced the spine on the inside. I sewed some canvas-like material, and I did line the inside. Everything in this journal is, in a sense, temporary. I didn't glue anything down. I just paper clipped all the items in so that whoever ends up buying this can put things where they want. Because you know how that is sometimes when you buy a journal and things are put down or glued in a place that might not work for you. And there's just tons of ephemera in here. Lots of vintage receipts. These are really cool envelopes right here. They're like a repair envelope, and they have this long kind of flap that you can, it's perforated here, you can tear off if you want and write stuff here. I just thought those were really fun. Those are kind of my favorite types of pieces. And there's printed ephemera, there's actual vintage ephemera, lots of goodies, little checks. I love ledger paper, so I try to find it when I can, even if it's kind of scrapbook paper. I still love ledger paper. And there's lots of different textures of paper and vintage papers, tags and tickets, lots of bird pages and butterflies you'll see. And yeah, there's just so many different types of vintage book paper that I have that I wanted to be able to include as much as possible. There isn't a whole lot of duplicate types of paper in each signature, but I did want to make sure to leave enough room for whoever buys it to add what they want in it and add more. It is pretty thick with all the ephemera that I added. So yeah, let me go back to where I was at. There's coffee dyed paper, floral pages. There's a time card here with ephemera. I love the birds. I love anything hand illustrated. Lots of different ledger paper. I love this paper. It's lined on one side and it's got the graph on the other. This is some vintage onion skin paper that my friend Val from Georgia sent me. Hi Val, if you're watching. Music paper. This is really old, from like the 30s. Some more of that. And there's plenty of room in between each signature, so there's definitely room to grow. Here's some tickets and a little library card holder. My favorite guest checks, the pink ones. I had a lot of fun putting this together, and some of it is from stuff that I was gifted, and I just thought it was just a nice touch to be able to put a journal together with things that other people have given me, and that's some of my favorite things. And here's a little fabric flip that I made. You can use it in a variety of different ways. You can glue it down to a page and use it as a tuck and put things behind it. Or you can just maybe even make it into like a notepad. I'm leaving it up to you, whatever you decide. And these are fun. These are little flashcards that I found for flowers. They're just perfect. And here I have some little calendar pages for each month in case you want to use those for journaling. And here's a vintage game piece. Let me just slip that back on. More music paper, some owls. This is that vellum paper, which has such a nice feel. And these I made, they're out of Project Life cards that I made. I just glued them on here. Fun little things. I made a bunch of them, so I want to be able to include them in each journal that I make. Some more of that ephemera, some ledger paper. These are some little pockets that I made out of Project Life cards. Actually, these might be Tim Holtz ones. The journaling cards that come in the packs. And yeah, there's little tags, stickers. It pretty much has a very neutral color scheme in it, but I did try to add some pops of color. But that's usually my favorite, is having, here's a little pop of color I wanted to include. Bingo card. These are some little tea cards or cigarette cards that I made myself. I haven't been able to find those, and I found a really good tutorial on how to make them yourself, and that was really fun. There's another type of guest check. Here's a postcard I made from a stamp, and here's some book page, vintage book page. Lots of plants. Here's another bag I made with another tag, a collage tag I made. Some paper. And here's a Tim Holtz cabinet card. These are really pretty. And here's a pocket that I sewed with some goodies in it. And this has a little tags and labels and fun goodies in there. And some more goodies back here. It's just so fun every time I flip through here. It takes me back to when I was able to find these books and just different points in my life. So it's really fun to be able to share that. And here's some old typewriting instruction manual that I found. And I love this paper. It's kind of like a glassine paper, but it's got that, it's almost like kind of steampunky or Victorian feel to it, which is my favorite as well. I love that era, the Victorian era. And this is really old. This is one of my favorite book pages. This is from the 40s. It's hand illustrated field guide book pages. And here's some vintage children's handwriting paper. And yeah, there's just so much. Here's the Tim Holtz photo strips. Those are really cute. Here's an envelope with more goodies. I'm not going to open it, just so there can be some surprises. And here's a journaling card. Some more pages. Another vintage, here's a vintage tag, an old tag. And yeah, I think we're getting towards the end here. Some receipts and checks. And if you want, you can take out the envelopes or maybe something like this even and glue it to the back. I wanted to leave that option just in case. And yeah, I love this journal. I'm so excited to make more, and I'm happy that I'm able to share that. So stick around if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye.